Hi, this is Greg from Panhandle 3D Printing, and I'd like to welcome you to my YouTube channel. Today's Kickstarter showcase is going to be on Sector Corvus Prime, Modular 3D Printable Sci-fi Terrain by Corvus Games Terrain. And this is his first Kickstarter. Right now, there's about 12 days left in the campaign, maybe 11, depending on when this video goes up. It's fully funded. We've got 308 backers, and we are through the first 3 stretch goals, and we're closing in on the 4th one now. What I have in front of me is a sample of some of the pieces from the Kickstarter. Everything on the table right now this is all using the open lock clips that I'll show you. But about a week ago, he also announced through a partnership with WarLayer that all these pieces are also going to be WarLayer compatible. So not only are you getting an open lock clip system, but if you back the WarLayer Kickstarter, these pieces are also going to be compatible with that. I think they're being resized. I don't have any samples of the Corvus WarLayer compatible pieces yet, so I just focused on the open lock ones. But no, there'll be links to all this and pictures flashing up as usual on here that not only do you get the open lock system if you prefer to use that for the clips, but you're also going to get it in the WarLayer scale, and it'll work with the WarLayer clip system. So that's pretty exciting, because I can tell you, just from the open lock perspective, there is a ton of files in this Kickstarter. There is a lot. It's like you're looking at a wall of files. Again, this is the second video in a row where I'm like, wow, that's a lot of files. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the camera in a little bit closer. But up front here, I'll talk about this stuff because you can see it right up front. I mean, obviously it's crates, barrels, and some turbines. Then I'll use those as little props throughout while I'm talking. So the first stretch goal that was unlocked, let me scroll down to it here on my tablet, is the crates and barrels scatter. So that's what you're seeing up here in the front right here. These are all little crates, sci-fi crates, barrels. Some are together on a pallet system like this. Excuse the two-tone filament. I was using up the last of my Uncle Jesse's gunmetal gray that he put out, and then this is my filament through Ziltech. This is Panhandle 3D khaki, and so that's what I use in my store, and that's pretty much the only filament I buy now is this color because I like how it photographs. But I was using up the last of that gunmetal gray. So, but back to this on here. So that's the crates and barrels up front. You got some of the bigger crates. I think you got three styles of the big crates like this. I just printed out 2 of them. You've got some turbines right here. And then I also printed out, I think this is a power coupler also. The second stretch goal that unlocked is like an industrial machinery scatter. And so I think that's where the turbine is coming from that I pointed out. And a couple of these pieces are from you can also get them on the store. So like this right here is one that he has had released, but he's including it with a Kickstarter if you don't already have it. So I think there's like 2 pieces out of that generator set, and then there's a whole bunch. Then there's some new stuff too, like these generators and things like that. Those are all brand new in the second Kickstarter. The shipping containers, that was the third stretch goal right here. And so that's this. There's 3 shipping containers. There's 2 of them right here. You got this big one. That's a nice big terrain blocking canister. And then this one right here. All right. The next Kickstarter to unlock is the industrial walkways. I don't have any of those printed. I'm not sure if I had those in my folder yet or not. And then some of the fuel pipeline in the front. And so this is just 3 little pieces from the fuel pipeline. And if you look right here, this is how they print on the bottom. I printed these out today because, like with any modular Kickstarter, you start laying this stuff out and you're like, oh, I need one more of these. Oh, I need one more of those. And I need one more of this. And before I knew it, I had like 6 or 7 printers all printing one thing for this video this morning. So these pipelines, this is at the 20,000 euro pledge. And he's got some, this is really nice. These pipes are nice. That's some great scatter that's going to go on the table to help fill things in. But now let me readjust the camera and we'll get down and we'll start talking about some of the buildings. how the tiles work, how things lock in and out in this system, and just show you some examples on how quick you can modify a piece of terrain, you know, to make it different, you know. So give me just a second. I'll move this stuff around and I'll be right back. Okay, there's multiple pieces in this modular system, and everything starts with the floor piece. So if you look right here, this holds one tile on each side on there. And so what happens is you put this floor piece down, and then it has your open lock clip holes that you'll put in. And from here, you go to the struts. And these are what the struts look like. And so these are all 4 corner struts right here, because there's no middle sections. You know, like on the bigger piece, there'll be a middle straight section. I'll show you those too. But so you got 4 pieces, and what you're going to do is you're going to clip this into the thing. And so I'll take a look, and it clips down in. Clip. And that was backwards, so I just flip it over, and then it's going the right way. And then like that. So now you have the 4 walls, and you're still like, oh, wow, that's, you know, that could be loose. Well, no, trust me, it's not on there. So here's your wall, and each one of these walls is 5.5 inches tall. And so what you're going to do, there's 2 slots that go down each side on here, and this will slide right down in like that. You'll put, I don't have any extra wall pieces right now because they're all in the other pieces, and I'm going to switch over to one of these in just a second. So once you have all the walls in that, like you have them, like you want them, then you're going to put on the roofs. So this right here, again, it has 4 open lock pins that are down in the bottom, and then this will sit up here right on top. So you just line it up, and then you just click it in like that. So you can move this around the table with no trouble at all, and nothing's going to go anywhere. Now you get to pick a roof piece. So most of everything on the table is from the industrial plex part of the system on there. There's also a chemplex and a habplex, and each one of those comes with its own wall tiles, different roof variants, and things like that. So here's one of the smaller roofs, and what this does is it just clips down in on top. Again, this system is rock solid on there. It doesn't move anywhere. But let's say you want to change the roof, pop it out. I'm going to grab one from over here and put it in. You completely change the look just that quick. Let's say I don't want to go up another level. I take the roof piece off the top. Let me get the strut I dropped on the floor. Bring this back here. And so basically what you can do then is you're going to put another floor piece right here. So I'll grab my open lock clips. And what I'll do is I'll put those in the bottom. And put it just like this. Get the 4 lined up. Press it down till it locks in. Boom. Now I could take more struts if I had more corner pieces, go up a whole nother level, put another roof, or go up another level, put a ladderway that goes across from one to another. You know, so this is where this system really excels on here. You know, I know there's a lot of modular stuff that's come out lately, but this is fantastic to add to your collection. I think he said there's almost 200 STL files that are included with this, and you also get the war layer variant of those files also, of all the same files scaled down to the war layer system. So once you know you've kind of built it together, then you can come over with something like this. Let me look at the front. It's got the big open way in the front, just to give you an idea of scale. I can put that Contemptor Dread up front, you know, give you an idea. You know, this custody right up here in front of the door. So there's plenty of line of sight blocking if you're on your 40K table, or if you're doing some kill team stuff and things like that. But this system is the same as the 4x4 was. I can pop the roof right off. I could take the roof off the top and I could put a floor in, or I could put leave the roof thing on the top and put a floor, and then put scatter on top of it. And I'm going to show you that on the big one because I have a big floor printed for that. And so this is the exact same concept on there. I put the floor piece on the bottom, and then I put 6 wall tiles. I just picked 6 and put them down in there. And then this will all come apart, that quick. I can start disassembling, and either store it or, change out the tiles and get a different look on the next game day. But this system is super quick. Nothing needs supports. Everything here's support-free prints, and that'll also go. The war layer system was support-free also. So, you just take them, you put them on your printer, and come back after a while, and you are good to go. So let me put this back on the top. Done. I mean, I could have changed out, if I had different variants of walls, I could have changed all those walls out that quick. So here it is, put together. Yeah, I'm going to take the roof off because centrifugal force will pull the roof off. But, this isn't going anywhere. I know I shake it around a lot on there, but just to give you an idea of how sturdy this system will be on your table. And that was a tremendous move Stephen made when he went to the open lock system from the very first pin and clip system that he was using on there. So this was a great move. And so this is your 6-panel system, right? Your 6-panel building right here. And there's all different kinds of roofs. This is the industrial plex, so the 3 roofs have looked, kind of the same on there. But every area has multiple roofs of different styles. So, and then this right here is basically the 8-panel system on here. Again, still the same. It's got the floor piece on the bottom. It's got 8 walls. It's got all your struts, and then it's got your roof piece. Now this one, I put a floor in the bottom. So, if you want to be able to move this around with some pieces of scatter on the bottom, you see it's locked in right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that floor out. Well, before I do that, I'm going to show you the different roof variants. So he also did some ruined roofs. And so what's neat with this is you just take this, you snap it down in, and now you got this big hole in there. And then you've got this piece right here. And so what it does is just sits right there on the top. So if you need to get to the ruined part of the roof, you can just lift that off. And there are multiple variants of ruined roofs up there. The ones that were in my test folder were for the bigger building. And so let's say you want something flat for the top. And so let me pull this roof clip off. So I need to come in here. I'm going to disassemble. Because those walls lock this floor piece down. So now I'm going to shove the walls back in. All right, that took just a few minutes, so I just warped ahead a little bit on that. So basically we're back together, and now we're with the building, no floor in the bottom. But I can take this floor and I can stick it up here to give myself a spot on the top. So if I needed to land, my interceptor on there, I could do that. If I wanted to put some scatter up here for playing a little kill team or something like that, and put some scatter up there, and we could put a generator over here or something like that. So it gives you the ability, the floor can also go right here on top and give you a nice flat area to put something on. But just that quick, we went from a flat roof to a ruined roof to the regular roof on there. So if you can see how nice the modularity of this system works on there, it's really nice. So definitely a system you may want to have Last part I'm going to talk about is the tower system on here, and this is fantastic. So if you look at these struts right here and the base, you see how they already have these girders built in there? Well, the struts, they have them built in. So if I'm going to go up a level, I would put in my open lock clip. I would take the strut, line it up, and click it down in. Now, when I came up to the next level, you know, the girder, it's right there, you know, so this industrial look, so you don't have to use the wall pieces in here. That's what this was designed for. And so, here's one right here. This is actually the one that would go up on top of here. So you could put that up on top of here. You could do another set of struts, you know, and climb up, and then ladders and stuff and walkways going across. Again, super system. So back to this. So basically we have a floor piece down here. We have the industrial type strut, because if you look underneath this platform, you can see where those wings are that go up under there. Then we have a platform, and this platform has 4 connect points on it, and those connect points take an open lock clip. And so what I had in there is these ladders that went down to the floor. So I just put an open lock clip in there, walked over and went click, swung it around, went click, and I could do that on all 4 spots. Or let's say if you build another one of these and you put it over here, I could put an open lock clip in on the end of the long platform, and I can click it in there. This platform, it's not going to fall out. I mean, it's in there. When you click it in there on the other side, it's definitely going to stay. I know it's got some spots here along the platform. I'm not sure if there's railways with that or not. In the folder I had, I don't believe there were any in there, but that could be for railways. I'm not sure. Or handrails and stuff like that. But depending on the size of the base of the fig that you're on, you know, so that's one of your custodies on one of the bigger 32 millimeter bases, 40 mil. Maybe 40. One of the larger bases, you see it fits right on that platform fine. And so if you got another tower on the other side, obviously it would be nice perfectly straight across, and it would hold your guy. But even with him at the end on there, to show you the open lock clip, that's just a single clip, and it's holding all 4 of those miniatures up. So it is definitely a strong system, and I expect that the war layer variant of it will be just as strong also. And so you can go across with the long walkways, and then again, as you're building up, you got the different roof options, you know. So this is one from one of the other sets, either the Habplex or the Chemplex on there. I forgot which folder I grabbed it out of, but this is just a domed roof. And so you have this variant, and then you also have it, this dome comes in the big 8-panel roof also that would sit on here, which is pretty neat. I just didn't have time to print that one. So tower system is tremendous. The walkway system is great. It really is a great system on there. I've known Steven now for probably 1.5 years. I did a previous video for him. I'll link it down below in the show notes. It was on a Space Hulk-esque tile system, and fantastic system. If you've never been to Corvus Game Train's website, do yourself a favor and go out there and check it out. He has tons of STL files for sale out there. I've been a licensed printer for his for almost 18 months now. Fantastic stuff. You know, just to give you an example, these buildings, you know, for Star Wars Legion, he's got a great bundle out right now. I just printed these off this week to put up on the store. But they're tremendous. So, I mean, he's no stranger to making models. He's been doing this a while. He just did it kind of the other direction. He established his store. He established himself as a designer selling on his website and things like that. And now he's entering into the Kickstarter area. So if you've never looked at his stuff, definitely go check out his store. If you want to try this out, I know there's only 10, 11 days on there. I'll put the link down. It's also on Thingiverse, so you can go out there and download yourself a trial set and And it includes the war layer. So if you already backed the war layer stuff and you know Andrew's already provided the rewards for that, you can immediately download that, grab a couple tiles out of there from the Corvus Sector Prime system, give it a print, and if you like it, jump on that Kickstarter before it ends. It's fantastic stuff. Steven's a great guy. So he makes some really nice stuff. So it's a solid system. It's one of the things, with a modular system. War layer was super tight on theirs. The terrain stayed together, so it's really come a long way. This, you saw me rotating around in a circle. If I take the tower, if I want to store it in my box, I don't have to worry about it shaking apart or falling apart. And what's nice is, yes, it uses the open lock clips, but there's not, holding it together, there's not something every 2 inches that I have to clip in to get it to hold. It's a solid design. The struts come in multiple designs also. I know there were 2 in my folder. You can see it right here. You see the ones with the kind of the iron banding going around it, and then ones with more of the clean look right there. So, and that goes for the regular struts too, because you can see that up here in the front. It's the same thing for the regular struts. So, tremendous system. Like I said, it's got 11 days to go. I think get back on my tablet. We'll check out what the all-in pledge is. It's level 2. Complete set, level 1. Okay, so even I pledged level 3. That's the all-in pledge. It's $50. Fantastic system. Links to the Kickstarter will be down in the page. 11 days to go. So just to give you an idea on the all-in pledge really quick, you get 38 floor plates, 15 roof, 60 double-sided walls, 50 ruined walls. I didn't even get to the ruined walls. 35 ruined floor plates, 25 ruined struts, 6 vertical and corner struts, 7 pipelines, 8 chemical tanks, 2 platform walkways, and then you'll get the war layer compatible stuff on top of that also. And so out of the 308 backers, that's where 299 of them is in that all-in pledge. So definitely check out the site. I've been flashing pictures up all the way through this on there. It's a really, really polished first Kickstarter. I think, he's not new to design on there. This is just new to the Kickstarter, era. And so, give them a support if you like what you see, and tell them you saw the video. You look forward to trying it out. And so, as you can tell, the set of files I got from them are very good. I haven't run into really anything that I think would cause an issue at all or needed to be fixed. So, Sector Corvus Prime, modular 3D printable sci-fi terrain. Link will be in the notes. And this is Greg. If this is your first time onto the channel, please subscribe. I promise there are more videos coming. I think I finally got a bunch of stuff straightened out that I can actually get back into a semi-regular video rotation again on there. So I definitely have 4 videos that will be out very soon. So, but this one here is for Sector Corvus Prime by Corvus Games Terrain. Check out the Kickstarter. Check out his website. I'll put a link to the Thingiverse files down there also. And this is Greg. And if it's your first time here, please subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Have a good night.